Oh my god. Oh my god. We're back in the cozy little room. I know it's too loud. Let me adjust. Alright. Oh my god. You like the shirt? The double eviction shirt? Hell yeah. How are you guys doing? What the fuck? It feels... I'm telling you what, I was so happy the second I hit start stream today. Because, like, a lot of times, like, before I stream, I'm like, oh, okay, let's amp ourselves up. I'm amped up. It's been... I had to upload some of my streams, or, like, the VODs to Discord to get paid for sponsors and stuff. And I looked, my last VOD was 10 days ago. The one before that was 17 days. This is the longest break of streaming I've ever taken. It's crazy. Like, there's so much I have to talk about now. Usually when I stream every other day, it's like, shit, there's not much to do. Are you really starting an OnlyFans, or was that a joke? Sometimes there's two things at once, you know what I mean? Joke, truth. Red and festive. Okay, so that's going to be the latter half of the stream. I'll take all the subs in a second. The latter part of the stream is we're going to go on Amazon and find ornaments for the tree. Because we did get a tree today. We went out. The goal, pick up America's order from Bath & Body Works. We return 5 hours later with groceries and a Christmas tree. We need to see my Twitch recap. I have not looked at it. Did you get the Minion thing? The Minion thing was $200. And I thought it was a good deal. But it didn't fit in my car. We'd have to, like, Uber XL. It would have been a... big thing. Okay, wait. Let me complain for just a moment about my lovely girlfriend, America. We're at the Walmart, and I'm like, should I get a rice cooker? I feel like a rice cooker is going to be good because I'm trying to eat so much better, and, like, it would just be easier. She's like, Cory, absolutely not. We don't have enough space for a rice cooker. And I'm like, oh. You know, like, I think we have space, but I understand. Like, that's fine. That's reasonable. We get to the Home Depot, and she sees not even a life-size Minion. I don't know how big Minions canonically are, but, like, this is, like, quadruple the size of a Minion, about 4.5 feet tall. She's like, yeah, we'll take two. We'll take two. That's for a lawn, not an apartment. No, she wanted it to be in front of the TV. Apparently, it has a setting that activates upon, like, someone passing it. They have their sensors. And that's the mode we'd use in our apartment. Minion knows 4 songs, all in Minionese. Oh boy, Anonymous. All right, let me start from the bottom. So first of all, 6 days ago, why did Anonymous gift me 5 subs? You just came into chat and gifted 5 subs while I was gone? Well, I appreciate that. First of all, let's back it up from this 5 subs I'm thanking you for, Anonymous. Thank you for the 5 subs 6 days ago, because I certainly wasn't live 6 days ago. And then thank you to Relevant Moose. Good to see you. Our Reddit, what do I call you? Statistician. Nicholas, XCX, Jane, V for Vanessa. Anonymous for all the subs. We did not get the Minion, no. Anonymous, I appreciate you. A warm welcome back. Oh, how have you guys been? Thank you, Hymn of Midnight. You're gifted, but I still appreciate you. So what's the deal? Like, you guys gonna tell me about your 10 days? Because I'll tell you what, mine were fucking exhausting. Traveling everywhere. I hate traveling. I applied to 25 law schools while I was traveling. Oh my god. Sad about the most recent Survivor boots. My boy Sam is still there, and I think he's got win equity. Can't complain. Crying about Genevieve going home. I can't wait to give you guys my hot take about Survivor, specifically Rachel. And you guys are not going to want to hear it. And I love Rachel, but it's actually not a hot take. It's like a very normal take that people are acting like is hot. My take, she's a much better player than her game. That's it. Okay. Can we run a quick thought experiment for a second? Okay. How many of these current Survivor players, from Survivor 47, everyone on the entire cast, 18 players, do you think would be a top 3 player on Big Brother 25 or 6? Because my number that I'm coming to is like 14. 13. Like, I'm like, damn, Genevieve on Big Brother would outclass everybody. Sam, same thing. Rachel, same thing. Andy, legit. Like, it's insane. Like, truly. I think Sue goes in there, kicks everyone's asses. Teeny, I think, actually probably doesn't do that well, which is why Teeny's my favorite person on the cast as a viewer. Caroline would kick ass. Are you kidding me? Kyle would do well. Like, it's just so hard to put your head in that. Like Survivor is just so incomparable to Big Brother. Thank you, Heather and Balloon. Rome getting blacklisted. Yeah, I think Rome would actually be worse at Big Brother than he is at Survivor. I do think that is the case. Asia as well. Yeah, I mean, Asia would have done well in Survivor too. There's just more variance. Gabe would cam talk a lot. Gabe would do well. He would be a hell of a Big Brother villain too. Thank you, Card Girl. I appreciate it. Okay. My Survivor finale prediction. This is going to be a hot take because everyone and their mother says Rachel's going to win. And I was right with them all of the past, like not last episode, every episode before that. Post-merge, I'm like, I think it's Rachel. Rachel. Pounding the Rachel alarm. I'm getting Sam vibes now. And I get Sue. I think Sue has a good argument too. The reason I'm getting Sam vibes is like, I'm just envisioning how often they're talking about Rachel being amazing at fire. They keep saying Rachel's great at fire. Rachel is the best at fire. Every time. And I feel like they're setting her up. And Sam has this underdog through line that I feel like just makes sense for him to end by taking out Rachel. Sam has a ton of confessionals, so did Charlie. Well, that was honestly making me think he was not going to win. I thought he was having way too big of an edit. This feels like a 4th place, 5th place, 6th place boot, like Andy. Underdog or loser. So at first I thought it was like, oh my god, he's going to be a robbed goddess. Then he had like no agency really for a while in the post-merge. I'm like, oh, this is a losing finalist edit. Now I think it's the underdog winning edit. That's where I've landed. Because I just think they've been way too heavy-handed on the Rachel winners edit. And the red herring of like her being bad at fire is just, or too good at fire is just ringing through my head. Teeny, I wish. The fire was shown in her glasses that one episode. Yeah. And the whole thing is like, I think Sam legitimately can claim Project Italy. He's going to be the only one in the final 3 who had anything to do with it. And he can claim Genevieve going out at 5 is basically his move. Like Rachel's game is flawed, but if she's in the final 3, she'll win. And I think she'll deserve to win if she gets there. Against anybody else, I really struggle to see the Sue deserving it over Sam thing. I do. And I think Sue's played a good game. I think Teeny, just like the way she conducts herself at Tribal Council, like she makes for the best TV character ever. But I would be surprised if the jury had like a ton of admiration and respect for her game. I don't know. But thank you, Night Cheese, for the gift. I appreciate you. And Dee Dee, that's right, 1 year. Hope you enjoy the piss hat. But I've seen some batshit crazy takes. Dominic being like, if Rachel wins, she's the best winner ever. I think of the new era, I would have her as second worst. No, I think I'd have her above Kenzie and Gabler. I think she's better than Kenzie. Gabler is obviously last, and then I think Kenzie, and then I think it's Rachel. Which, again, like, it's not a testament to Rachel as a player. Like, I've met Rachel. I'm like, damn, she could win 5 seasons in a row. It's just like this season, no one's been able to have like a dominant footprint on the game. It's been so back and forth. Did you forget about D? No, D's probably the best. I think the way I'd rank it is like D's number 1. Number 2 is like Jam Jam or Erica for me. And then Marianne. Then it would be Rachel, Kenzie, Gabler. Dom knows Rachel, so he's higher in a game. That makes sense. Erica's underrated. Look, if there's a blind spot of the new era for me, it is 41. But I do have a lot of respect for Erica's game. Zach also like swears by Erica, like being the nicest person ever. Thank you, Ari. You're late. Unacceptable. And the consequences will be felt. How would you rank Sam if he won? I mean, I think I would still put him in the same spot as Rachel, except like if he pulls it off, it's very impressive. Like him versus Kenzie, who had more agency throughout the game. I feel like pre-merge, maybe Sam has the edge. Post-merge, Kenzie might have a little bit of an edge. I don't know. It'd be tough. It depends how dominant his win would be. If he ekes out a win against Sue, I think like that's a red flag because clearly he didn't have the threat level or respect of the jury to get to the end in that way. There's our train emote. No, I agree, Kelly. I think like this season is the fact that nobody has like an amazing game is a testament to how competitive and strong the cast is. I admire like Rachel or Sam winning this game against this cast is so challenging because the amount of really strong players you have to get through is pretty crazy. Oh, Mr. Ligori, how are you doing? It was good seeing Matt in Houston. Matt, who was Enzo against that he lost? Because Enzo is like a top 20 guy to me. He must have been against someone crazy, right? Have you actually seen all the new era seasons? Yes. I have seen every new era season. 41, I kind of zoomed through, I'll be honest. I was fucking bored out of my mind. 43, I only watched because I started talking a lot to Dwight and like Owen and Jesse. I haven't talked that much to Jesse, but I know Zach's super close to Jesse. Enzo lost to Tyler. Okay, well that's legit. That is very fair. 41's one of the best ones. It didn't have the fun factor to me. It didn't feel very fun. It felt kind of dark. Ricard was good. Yeah, I mean, Shan is a star as well. Like, but it just didn't do it for me. Sam has had a lot of the cast visit him in Nashville, so that could be something. Yeah, I was there. I don't think that means anything. Just maybe, I don't know. I doubt Sam flied them out. Like, tell me everything about your Disney trip. All right, well, there's so many places to start. First of all, the Disney trip. Quinn had a friend who works at Disney, works on Tiana's Riverboat Adventure in Thunder Mountain. So he was like doing the mob boss thing where he's going up to the guy and being like, they take us to the front of the line. That was awesome. We were only there for 5 or 6 hours. So we got there. Sam's from Nashville. He's not from Nashville, but he's in Nashville. Went to school here and works for the Tennessee Titans. When does BB drama start? It can start whenever. But yeah, we did Magic Kingdom in like 5 seconds of Hollywood Studios. It was fire. Isn't that called a fast pass? No. Like they took us around the back to the front of the line. It was very fancy, very professional. Okay, let's get into the Big Brother 26 drama because I shit you not, I have no idea about any of it. All I know is Angela's beefing with Chelsea. That's all I got. So, do you all have links to send me? Like, what's the deal here? You missed a funny TikTok live? I heard. And you know it's some scalding hot tea when you got... sponsor's over. Let me get rid of it. Bye-bye. When Matt Hardiman says, it's time for me to jump in. Leah and Cedric are a thing. That's news. There's been rumblings. I've seen some pictures. All right. We got some links. Let's see what we got. All right, it's time to dial in. I will say at the end of this stream, we will have picked a side this stream,
including to me.
Is there a sequence to this?
For live people to know. That's it. That's it.
And it was hurtful now that I'm home watching it back, and that's why I told you at the award show, like, we need to have a conversation. But then I got home and I got to thinking, well, what is it going to do if she apologizes to me? What is that going to do? What is that going to solve? It's not going to solve anything.
All right. Let me do my preemptive take, and I'm open to having my opinion changed. Absolutely. Let me do my preemptive take. You want to be very careful with the rhetoric or like the philosophy of, if all the cast dislikes this person, maybe that person's a problem. You know what I mean? Because that logic could be used towards Taylor, and I think no one in this chat is like, damn, Taylor is in the wrong. She deserves all the vitriol she got. Now, do we want to make the Taylor-Angela comparison? What do you guys think, chat? Do you think they're in similar positions? No, I don't think so either. I obviously have talked to a lot of Big Brother 26 people. I've never talked to Angela, for the record. The reason why Angela was such an amazing casting choice and why she's such an excellent character and why she should be on another 100 shows is the same reason why I am so unsurprised she has seemingly the least connections post-show. And to me, it doesn't seem like any of the BB26 cast are in the wrong for wanting to do that. Now, were there some shit talkers in BB26? Absolutely. Angela was one of them, to be clear. Chelsea talked a lot of shit. Leah talked a lot of shit. The trio had their moments of talking shit. A lot of shit talkers. A lot of people I didn't list, or MJ certainly talked some shit. Should you ever talk behind people's back? No. Is that a realistic ask of people to not, like, at a certain point, a certain level of behavior makes certain shit talk not necessarily, like, acceptable, but understandable. Yes, and that is the main thing. Like, apparently, from what I've heard, like, living with Lisa was a very funny experience. Like, she's such an eccentric person. But the way Angela treated Lisa was insane. The way Tucker even treated Lisa was pretty insane. The way Angela confronted Matt. Like, right now, if I had a button to stop that interaction, the crazy eyes, I would not press it. I'm happy with it. I don't think it... You know, Matt's a tough cookie. I think he's fine. And it was insane TV. I don't think it crossed any line towards, like, hateful, you know? But there's a lot of data now. It's a lot of data. And I think it's hard to be too surprised by any of this. I think, like, demanding an apology, which she's not doing. She says she doesn't want an apology. Sorry, I'll keep listening.
It really isn't, because I know what you're going to say. It was just gameplay.
I think
when I had a problem with somebody, Chelsea, I'd said it to their face. I didn't say it behind closed doors like you and Mackenzie did to me. I said it to their face.
Interesting point. I think, like, here's the thing. I understand the philosophy of, you're saying it to your face, you're willing to stand behind your words, right? And that's, like, less cowardly than saying it behind someone's back. But if Matt went to America and said, America, you need to learn to cook and clean, you're a bitch, Bugatti, you know what I mean? Like, that wouldn't be good. Like, that's still bad. If Angela was whispering behind closed doors, Matt has crazy eyes, and Matt has crazy eyes, it's, like, not better or worse. It's all the same. Like, I think the philosophy is, like, you say it to the person's face, and then theoretically it's not as mean. But she's about to make the same point.
And if I didn't, I held it in. Because I had a lot to say to you.
Angela. That's not fully true, but the point that I'm trying to make is the conversation that I'm having on my live is game conversation. It's not, I said, that's how Angela is. I'm referring to that's how you were in the Big Brother house. How I view you outside the house, and I told you to your face, like, I love you. Like, my phone's always open. I'm talking game talk, and I'm not continuing to play Big Brother outside the house. I am just me.
Angela needs to get on Twitter Spaces. I feel like this is what she's built for. I always question, like, why do Twitter Spaces exist? This feels like the worst. I think Angela should get on Twitter Spaces.
And like I said, my phone's open, but if you don't want to allow people opportunity to forgive or to apologize, that's on you. Would it fix something? Maybe your bitterness towards me, but I don't have any bitterness or hatred towards you. So forgiveness.
Let me say, and I really haven't met Chelsea. Like, I think we greeted each other at the event, but we were just on different sides of the whole thing. Like, I didn't get to talk to Chelsea the same way I wanted to. I think we were somewhat robbed of getting, like, the best version of entertainment Chelsea postseason because she won. If she got, like, Vanessa or went out at Final Four or something, I think post-game Chelsea is bringing the heat. You know what I mean? But I think because she won, and I think I'd be this way too, I think she's much more content. She's not trying to get into beef with anybody. The one is order from beginning to... All right, I got you. I know you guys want the full story.
Yes, Angela wanted me out. Joseph wanted me out. That's not a bad thing. They were playing...
How dare she? If I was Angela, I'd get on this live too. That's fucked up. Some things cross a certain line. It's all game. That was personal.
Big Brother, if they wanted me out, that's good gameplay on them.
Angela's in chat already.
Angela, you want to join? Angela, you can definitely join. Oh, Angela's joining. Okay, Angela, are we gonna be kind though? I'm inviting Angela to this chat. You guys.
Oh, this is so funny because she thinks this is about to be a fun chat.
No, I'm inviting Angela to this chat because she deserves to be in this chat. Are you in?
I don't know.
Oh, there you are. You are in, but I can't see your face.
Okay.
What's up, Angela?
Hey, Chelsea.
How are
you can already tell in the tone. She conveys so much in the "Hey Chelsea." I can write a dissertation. You know how there's that like girl on Twitter who had her like thesis going around and everyone was like making fun of her because it was so... I could write one of those about Angela's "Hey Chelsea," and it'll be accepted. Olfactory senses, that's right. I will say, I do wish academia was less pretentious, because I think the argument that woman was making was super interesting and profound, but the fact that you have to say olfactory instead of smell is lame.
Are you?
I'm good, but like my kids are like, Chelsea's on the TikTok talking about you, Mom.
Okay. I'm pausing a lot. It's okay. The way I view Angela is the way I view Bill Belichick. And that doesn't make sense to anyone who doesn't know Bill Belichick, but he was obviously the coach of the Patriots with Tom Brady, and he's like 72 years old, much older than Angela, to be clear. And Bill Belichick always says, like, oh, I don't know how to use these computer things, these keyboards. Angela's like the ticky-talk. It's like, no. Bill Belichick is very capable. He knows all about the newest MacBook Pro. Angela knows everything about the TikTok. She's got her own agency brewing, if I had to guess. You know what I mean? You think Angela is not like a social media mogul? She's like, yeah, hey, Chelsea's making fun of me on the TikTok.
Okay, Angela, I prefaced it in the chat that this was strictly game talk. This is not post-show talk. So they were asking...
Chelsea, when you say things like, that's just how Angela is that just how Chelsea is too when it's just in the game?
Absolutely. That's how I was in the game. Absolutely. And people held me to who I was in the game. But after the fact, we're all fine. So yes, that was just all game talk. This is not, I made it clear in the chat that after the show, we're fine. But on the show, we were just talking game talk.
But I mean,
to agree with Angela for a second, like, when personal shit is said in the house, just the setting of it being in the house does not make it game talk. And this has nothing to do with the specifics of what Chelsea said about Angela. I have no idea what she said. I mean, I was there. I mean, I know what some of it was, and, like, maybe some of it was mean, some of it was mean and earned, some of it was just earned, you know what I mean? But there's like a Matt Klotz thing. Like, Matt said very personal things about America, and then comes off the show and is like, well, it was in the game. It was in the Big Brother house. Jared had that quote to me where he's like, in the Big Brother house, you know, everything flies. It's like in Johnny Bananas has his quote, all is fair in love and challenge. It's like, no. You say mean shit, it doesn't matter where you say it, you know. But
like, I'm watching it back, Chelsea, and I'm kind of shocked, like, the way that you belittled me. Like, that's not game.
Also, the way this works is, like, all these BB26 people come out of the house, and then they're put into a group chat with all their, like, most diehard fans, and then they're sent clips about, like, oh, Angela, here's everyone who talked shit about you, and here's every clip, and you kind of lose sight of what you said as well. Everyone's the main character of their own story, so, like, I think that's kind of what happened here.
Right?
I'm not sure how I belittled you.
In a lot of ways. I don't want to get into it. I asked you for a conversation. We haven't had it yet, but just like,
Angela,
if you're going to go on and do a live.
Angela, I text you right after I met you at the reality TV.
A lot of Angela's fans are also known to be crazy as well. Don't I fucking know it, hey bub? I'm very familiar.
The award show, and I sent you pictures of us, said it was good to meet you, or good to see you, and would love to chat, and I didn't get a response. So,
granted, that's an extreme situation. Like, that's not most Angela fans.
So I told you, my phone is always open to you. I don't have a problem with you outside the house. People were asking about us in the game, and I was speaking strictly game.
Just the viewers ticking up.
In the beginning of my TikTok live, said that I don't hold anybody to what they did in the Big Brother house. And I was going to give people an opportunity to show me who they were outside the house. So anything that I'm talking about in this chat regarding you, it's strictly Big Brother game talk. It's not how I'm viewing you outside of Big Brother. They were asking Big Brother stuff. We all in Big Brother house were crazy in some way, shape, or form.
I'm a Chelsea hater, not an Angela enjoyer, but Angela destroyed her. Okay, well, look, I'm gonna keep your perspective in mind while I watch this.
That's what we were talking about in my live. It wasn't.
It sounded like you were saying that, like, that's just how Angela is. She was doing the same thing week after week and basing decisions and then going back on it, kind of. But can
we get a show of hands of who in the chat were the people trying to convince me that Angela was, like, playing a really good game and deserved to be, like, top 3 or 4 in the power rankings?
I'd like to rebuttal that a bit because, you know, Chemo, when I did that, Chemo didn't put a veto around my neck the way that Leah did. And so my loyalty was to Leah at that point to save both Joseph and Quinn. Even though I didn't want to save Quinn, it was my loyalty to Leah because she put a veto around my neck. And so I'll always stand firm on that. I hated having to do it because I absolutely loved Chemo and didn't want to do it. And I was coming to you because when I went to you, Chelsea, and said to you, did T-Core come to you and ask for you to save Chemo? You told me no. And she did.
I'm trying to lock in. Okay. So we're at the final 10. Joseph and Chemo and Rubina are on the block. She wins the arena. And this is where Chelsea and Angela flip, or Chelsea and MJ flip to take out Chemo. I think Angela's at a disadvantage by not showing her face in this live. Yeah, the hand gestures would have helped a lot. We're at Quinn's eviction. She mentioned Joseph, which threw me off. So she's saying, like, about how they all got blindsided at Quinn's eviction, her and Leah, because they were trying to vote out Chemo, because that makes sense. There's Quinn and Chemo on the block. Okay. I love how Angela's like, let's talk about this. This shit got personal. Remember week 10, this person went HOH, and the alliance dynamics were very complicated. It was coming off of the Joseph blindside, which really put a rift in the when do we get to the personal stuff?
And again, that's a gameplay. That's fine. That's fine. And I was left out of the vote. So, of course, I was going to be on the wrong side of the numbers again.
I think having Angela at 9 is crazy. I think I'd have Angela at probably... I think I would say she's better than Matt, Kenny, and Lisa. I think that's my end of list. Tucker is really on the edge, but is he just good enough at comps where I'd give him the bump? I think Tucker and Angela are very close to each other.
Because I wasn't included in that. And so, again, I know that's gameplay, so whatever on that. But it's just like, it's frustrating to me that you went off on me. And then, yes, you did come back and apologize.
I just think here's my thought. Like, I think it became very clear postseason, like immediately. And the more I talk to B26 people, it's like Angela would never have gotten more than one jury vote from anybody. She gets like Leah's, maybe. And that's like the only one she's eligible for. And even Leah's is like up for grabs, you know?
Apologize to me. But multiple times I felt like you are much younger than I am. And you would talk down on me.
No
and
shot.
I really didn't appreciate that. And I really don't appreciate it when you're saying here on lives in front of everybody, that's just how Angela is.
I think Chelsea did talk down to Angela sometimes, but Angela, like, I remember it was that week where Angela confronted Chelsea in the backyard, and Chelsea was like, Angela, I can't do this right now. Like, I think everyone was trying to, like, humor Angela and, like, you know, do the big brother thing of, like, keep up an appearance. I think Chelsea was over it, which I don't necessarily blame her.
Is like she went twice and voted against chemo.
Now.
I was on the wrong side of the numbers because you lied to me. But again, that's gameplay. I get that. I don't have any animosity about that at all. But it's just like, when you're going to sit here now and talk about it, let's give them the whole truth. Like, let's tell them what really went down, because that wasn't even on camera. All you see me is like kind of coming up into your ear.
I don't know what the fuck Angela's talking about there.
To me, and it was hurtful now that I'm home watching it back. And that's why I told you at the award show, like, we need to have a conversation. But then I got home and I got to thinking, well, what is it going to do if she apologizes to me? What is that going to do? What is that going to solve? It's not going to solve anything. It really isn't, because I know what you're going to say. It was just gameplay.
I think
when I had a problem with somebody, Chelsea, I'd said it to their face. I didn't say it behind closed doors like you and Mackenzie did to me. I said it to their face. And if I didn't, I held it in, because I had a lot to say to you.
I do like that. Like, I didn't even talk all the shit I wanted to. There's some things I want to say, but I won't. Spit it out.
That's not fully.
Like, here's the thing, right? I want to be very clear, like, because here's what I'm sure is going to happen. Is Angela going to watch this stream? Absolutely not. Will one or two things be clipped and sent to her in a group chat? Maybe. I think you could be a good person and also not have a lot of people fuck with you, like mesh with you, right? Especially like on Big Brother. So I don't mean to be like ragging on Angela too much. I think Angela was probably a top 3 contributor to this season for me. I think it was Chelsea, Quinn, and Angela were for me, were the 3 most fun people to watch at any point on the feeds. But I just think, like, if more people were willing to vent their frustrations towards Angela, like, Angela's much more willing to vent her frustrations than other people are willing to vent their frustrations towards her. You know what I mean? Because no one wants to create drama. Angela obviously doesn't give a shit about that. So, like, I think it's important to be, like, somewhat self-aware of, like, it's like, don't throw stones in a glass house is kind of the oversimplification of it. But I think that is a part of it. Jib, I don't know exactly what you're referring to, because this all sounds very game-related. Thought Tucker was more entertaining than Quinn. I think a lot of people felt that way. Tucker's shtick, which sounds demeaning. Like Tucker as a character just wasn't for me. I think he kind of caters towards a different audience than like the strategic game bot. He was delightful in Orlando, though. Let me tell you. We had a couple conversations, and he was the one who comes up to me and gives me a big hug. What's up, Cory? How are you? We talked for a bit. Tucker was delightful. Didn't talk as much with Rubina, but she was great in all of our interactions, too. Team Quinn, low-key. Yeah. For entertainment, Angela, Leah, Tucker, Mackenzie, Cam, Quinn. Look at you, top 6. Look at you. I'm happy for you, man. Top 6, that's good.
True, but the point that I'm trying.
Look, honestly, like I'm trying to be very unbiased in this interaction between Chelsea and Angela because I'm very close to Quinn, and Quinn told me in confidence he's Team Angela all the way. Not even Team Angela, just anti-Chelsea. But I'm trying to like put aside that like personal connection I have with Quinn to give you guys an unbiased kind of analysis of this situation. You know,
trying to make is the conversation that I'm having on my live is game conversation. It's not, I said, that's how Angela is. I'm referring to that's how you were in the Big Brother house. How I view you outside the house, and I told you to your face, like, I love you. Like, my phone's always open.
Shit, so I've actually been off the grid for a while. Does anyone know how my Hawk Tua coin is going? Is anyone, like... To the moon? Okay, well, I can't check right now, but I just want to, like, at Over the Edge, I put some in.
I'm talking game talk, and I'm not continuing to play Big Brother outside the house. I am just me. And like I said, my phone's open, but if you don't want to allow people opportunity to forgive or to apologize, that's on you. Would it fix something? Maybe your bitterness towards me, but I don't have any bitterness or hatred towards you. So forgiveness.
Quinn's not anti-Chelsea. Quinn's, if it wasn't clear, I'm being humorous. As far as I understand, Quinn loves Chelsea. just being a silly guy, being a silly, funny guy. That's all.
I don't have bitterness towards you. I voted for you to win.
Sounds like it a little bit.
But no, I'm hurt because I just heard you say out loud for everybody. That's how Angela is. You didn't say. Maybe you misspoke, but you.
Yeah, I do like crypto because people always talked about crypto being like, oh, it's free currency, unregulated, unfiltered. Because I think everyone, regardless of whether you're, a scammer, a good Samaritan, should be able to make or lose money on an unregulated financial market. So, in that lens, like, I'm glad crypto exists to give scammers the opportunity to participate in the society the same way we all do. The reason why Angela was mad about the votes was because she was constantly asked them who they were voting for, and they kept lying to her. So when the votes flipped, she was rightfully mad. Chelsea's acting like she had no reason to be mad. Yeah, but it's so game-related, because Angela being on the outside of that vote is very good for a lot of people in the house. So, like, if Chelsea's saying you had no right to be mad, Angela, I get that. But also, like, we had enough of a sample size of watching Angela play Big Brother where, like, remember when she, like, volcano erupted after Matt insinuated, like, if you put me on the block, I might have to come after you. Like everyone in the house would expect me to come after you. Like, I don't think it would be an honest assessment of Angela or Big Brother 26 to be like, yeah, I mean, Angela was only ever reacting to stuff happening to her.
You didn't say...
But look, if I'm betrayed by Matt and Jag, and I'm upset about it, that's fine. That's chill. If I still harbor resentment towards them for that blindside, I think that's fair to judge. But in the moment, like, be pissed,
That's how
I'm
Angela
talking about
was.
game, and I led with that.
But you didn't say that's how she was in the game. You just said that's how Angela is.
Angela.
Okay, classic argument. Chelsea saying, because I said this at the start, everything that I'm saying within the umbrella of my preview is game talk. Angela's saying you need to restate how everything is game-related every sentence. Just a bit of a rhetorical question.
I prefaced it with...
Because, like, I think really what you should do is you should say it at the start and then weave it into the rhetoric throughout. Especially a TikTok live where everyone keeps jumping in.
This is game talk. This is how I feel about Angela. Post the show. We're fine. I literally said that in my live. So maybe you missed that.
Well, Cody, that's the exact move I played on Riley. And look, Riley's a better person to do it to than Angela, which you don't know after the first day. But when I'm going to Riley and I'm like, look, Riley, like, I want to work with you so badly. Like, if you put me up, everyone would expect me to target you, which is insane. I don't want to do that. So, like, you have to be very graceful with how you do it so it doesn't sound like a threat, because that's just antagonistic and going to get you in trouble. But with Angela, like, I don't know if there's a way you can massage that point in. It seems kind of tough.
But I literally preface that so people don't go and contort my words. I literally said that on my live. So then when I went in about Big Brother stuff, I'm talking about Big Brother in the game, not you outside the house. If I'm going to say anything outside the house, I'm going to have one-on-one conversations like I did with Leah, and she was on my live right before you were. So this was strictly Big Brother talk. So yeah, if there's things that I said outside or in the house that hurt you, that's something that you call me and I gave me an opportunity to apologize. But what I said in my live, I don't apologize for, because we're just talking game. I'm not talking about how I feel about you personally. It's not for live people to know.
To me.
Okay. How many more of these are there?
Yes,
I feel
and
like I'm getting the
that's
gist.
it.
You know?
And I prefaced that in my live. That's it. And I prefaced that in my live. Seriously.
Okay, well, it would maybe sound better if you said that's how Angela is or was.
It's just such an innocuous kind of
in the game. It's not how Angela is.
No,
I am not like that. I don't think any of us are who we truly were in that.
I agree. I said that. I said that in the beginning of my life.
I very much disagree with that. I think who you are in the house is pretty accurate to who you are out of the house. You have to take into context, like the stress of playing and stuff. But
and maybe you and your kids missed this, but I said I'm allowing people to show me who they are outside the house because I don't feel like who we were in the Big Brother house was the totality of who we are.
It's giving personal game information from Devon to Christmas's fight. Okay, look. If Christmas and Devon debate on 1 million topics, I will agree with Devon on 999,999 of them. Personal game information, Christmas was right.
I said that in my live. And maybe your kids just didn't join our live. So I believe we're in agreement with that. I fully believe that. And I'm not holding anybody to anything they said in the Big Brother house. We're normal humans now living normal life. So what I'm talking about in my live is strictly game, not personal. I'm not like that. I would not do that to you. So I apologize if me saying that's how Angela is.
I apologize if.
So when you were in the house and you would say mean things behind closed doors about me or about Leah, that was game?
Say that one more time.
So when you were behind closed doors by yourself or with Mackenzie or others, and you were talking mean that had nothing to do with the game.
I'm trying to collect my thoughts before I make a declarative statement. I think what was nice about Big Brother 26 was most of the shit talk was pretty reciprocal. In the sense that if, like, Rubina's shit-talking Leah, Leah's also shit-talking Rubina. So maybe they don't have to like each other, I get that, but I think there were very few people who were, like, victimized. You know what I mean? Like people were going back and forth. And maybe you could say the nature of the critiques were very different. And I can understand that. Like, maybe one's more personal or, like, based in misogyny than the other. Like, we can, like, T-chart it up and say who's more in the wrong. Like, sure. The one time that I actually felt like this feels out of hand is, number one, like, a lot of the Lisa stuff from a lot of people. And then anyone shit-talking Cam. That was the one that blew my mind. The Cam stuff was pretty bad, I thought. So that, you know, like, I don't know. It's just weird to be on this high horse, I think, from Angela's position.
About myself or Leah, that was game for you?
No, I agree, Brianna.
Yeah.
Personal
in the Big Brother house? Like, what things?
Somebody is game?
What mean? Here's the thing. I'm not going to have this conversation publicly because that's just a private conversation. Anything I'm going to have publicly is about game stuff. And so if there's something that I said about you behind closed doors that hurt your feelings, and I'd love to have the opportunity to apologize to you like I did, like Leah gave me the opportunity to apologize. Was I perfect in the Big Brother house? No. But was I the only one that talked mess or talked about people behind closed doors? No. You didn't. You did that as well. So it's just like we all did stuff that we're not.
Anything I had to say about somebody, Chelsea, I said it to their face. And I didn't. I wasn't.
We can agree to disagree. All I'm saying is we all said something about other people, whether it was to their face or not. Both are wrong. Both aren't kind. One is not more right than the other. They're both wrong. So I will own up and apologize for anything that I said, but it's not a public conversation. Anything that I said before you joined was me.
What's the worst thing I said?
Me out.
Said I was scared of Jag's turban.
But
People don't get it, though. That was funny. I get Jag alive right now.
Preface on this live that this is only game. This is not how I feel about Angela in real life.
Then please use it in
Someone make a Cory shit-talking compilation. See how long it is.
past tense. Not Angela is. Angela was in the house. This is how she
It's all clips of me being like, no way Sarir Felicia won comics.
played her game. Not Angela is, because that's two different ways to look at something, Chelsea. So
I apologize if I made you feel any
I
type
would
of
just
way.
appreciate that if you're going to go on live and talk about me. I would just appreciate that very much.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, have a nice night.
You too. Bye, Angela.
Bye-bye.
That's
I
what I
got
want to
here.
hear.
I don't even know how to get you out either. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Wasn't expecting that.
She should have said, just Angela being Angela. That's how Angela is. Would have killed. Oh, would have been such a good punchline. Would have been such a good punchline. Fuck. Thank you, Clayton, for the 9 months. How you doing, man? I appreciate it.
I thought I made myself clear. I thought I made myself clear.
1,000 viewers. That's good. That's good.
That what?
See, this is why the BB25 people have had more engagement right after the show. Not like more followers. Cam and Rubina and make it hard, but we brought the heat. You know what I mean?
I was saying was game, but you know, I guess I wasn't. So love you guys too. I thought I prefaced it so that stuff like this wouldn't happen. Hi,
Yeah, who
Quinn.
won the
I'm
debate?
sure you saw this whole thing.
All right. Well, can someone send me? Actually, I got Quinn's recap right here.
Angela was feeling froggy, all right? Her kids are tuned in to the Chelsea Chisme, whatever you want to call it. They're locked into the live. They see that there's some daggers, some knives, some blades are being thrown at their mother. Their mom, of all people, gave birth to them, by the way. And so they're texting Angela. Mom, Chelsea's talking mad trash right now. So Angela gets in the chat, activates her phone, joins the group.
It's a really good bazooka sound effect.
And starts popping off in the chat. That's not enough. She requests to join. Eddie, oh my God. And then
just me.
Requests to join.
Oh my God.
Why is The Rock in Brooklyn's?
Eddie.
I got to talk about drama more often. Anonymous with the 10 gifties. Whoa. Whoa. That's her husband. Yeah, I know. I appreciate it, Anonymous. That's 15 on the day. That's crazy. 80% say Chelsea won the argument over Angela. And that's why they're called the silent majority. Angela supporters, okay? That's why they're called the silent majority. So you got to take everything with a grain of salt. Let's see how Polymarket feels about the debate.
Like lamb to slaughter. Accepts the invite. She's like, come
Thank you,
on in.
Anonymous.
Let's participate in my own teardown committee. Let's do it. So then Angela starts hitting with a boosh, boosh, boosh.
He's so Johnny Mac. It's like hard to see on the show, but this feels so Johnny Mac to me.
Quit talking trash about me, huh? And it's just getting absolutely unhinged. I join mid-French toast stick, if you will, absolutely insane, saying like, you're talking about me, you're saying that I'm this way when you should be saying I was this way. I, at least, was talking trash to people's faces instead of behind their back. And then it's like, whoa, dog, let's not forget the things you said in private. And then now we all want to act like we're all holier than
Leah just being there is interesting.
now, as if we weren't all on reality TV, all right? We are garbage scum. We are sewer cats. All of us, okay? We all deserve a lifetime in prison for our contributions to culture. And it's crazy that now we're doing this measuring competition. That's all I have, and I yield my time.
He's going to be really good on Twitch. You just got to be able to go. Talk about nothing forever. He's going to be hella good in Twitch. Hey, Debbie's, let me just say, we've seen the comments over the past couple of weeks. We've taken note. We've canceled all of our scheduled interviews with the person in question, but have elected to not engage because he's not a real anything. He's just a dude with a TikTok account. That's all. That is all. Cory talking trash about Quinn with the Johnny Mac diss. Yeah, I don't mean like stylistically. I mean just political views-wise. I've accidentally stumbled across his Twitter. There's a lot of porn from what I've seen. Hella Bella, get the fuck out of here. Asking about the LSAT in basically 2025. That's crazy. Did you get to talk to everyone from BB26 in Orlando? I talked a ton with Quinn, obviously. I talked a lot with Joseph. I had one good conversation with Leah. I had a good conversation with Cam. Good conversation with Tucker. Talked with my boy Cedric for a while. Didn't really get the chance with T-Core. I didn't see her much at all, really. I didn't see Matt or MJ really at all. Chelsea was around, but she was always just talking to people. I think everyone wanted to go meet Chelsea, so I didn't want to force my way in. Can you confirm Cedric and Leah? Didn't Leah confirm Cedric and Leah? I don't know the dynamic of their relationship, but there's something going on, right? Thank you, Lola.
Literally, fuck off.
They both did? Yeah. Double date with Matt Kenzie when? I'd love to be on a double date with Matt Kenzie. I would love to see Matt specifically, because I feel like by watching the feeds, you get a sense of like MJ's personality. I feel like I have no sense of Matt's personality. So I'd love to see what the deal is. Seems like a fun guy. And, people I know swear by him. But thank you, Lola, again, for the 12 months. Enjoy the piss hat. Good, Cody. Really, my stream is a public service more than anything else. It's providing the Big Brother fans with much-needed recaps of very important drama, both economic and socio-political. I wish Angela's kids wouldn't have started this mess, though, because I don't fully agree with her in the situation, but I understand why she would be upset. I think every single person on the world has a right to feel upset when people say something about them. But I think people react to it differently. Like was that an appropriate reaction? I don't know. I wouldn't have done it, but Angela's not me. But if someone went on live and said, Cory shouldn't have done the Izzy flip, that was a really stupid move, and I think he was not that good of a player. I think he's really overrated. My feelings would be hurt. Would it be normal for me to then, castigate them and, do everything? No, of course not. Did you see the Genius news? Yeah, that's why I didn't stream for 10 days. I've been submitting my application for the Genius. Haven't applied to one law school, actually. I'm pushing Quinn hard. I ask for you guys when Quinn starts streaming to type in his chat. I want us to watch one episode of the Genius a week. And then do a little talk about it. Twitter's convinced you're going on the challenge. It was a funny story from Over the Edge Orlando, which was a great event. I think it was very well run. We ended up raising $600 for charity, Me in America, which I think is a really good amount. With the amount of people there, like a lot of money was raised for charity, so that's really good. But we met Derek Chavez, who was wonderful. If you don't know who he is, he's been on the challenge for a long time. He's kicking ass right now in season 40. He's still there. He's one of the final 4 guys, which I think means he's in the final probably. So good on Derek. We met him, and we're like in this big group of reality people, a lot of Big Brother, a lot of Survivor, a lot of challenge people. And he's like, all right, so dead ass though, like I know a lot of people are being called. Who got called? And it was literally like superhero, or not, yeah, like BB Comics, Invisible HOH, where everyone's just looking at each other blankly. And it was just dead silence. Like literally outside became silent, and no one said anything. But it was super funny. I was like, damn, that's crazy. I was like, I can't imagine asking that. That's crazy. Everyone's just like, y'all are annoying. It's insulting that people can't believe I'm just getting in shape. So you're not denying it? No, I am denying it. Haven't been asked. 100% denial. Not even doing the Quinn, crossing my fingers. Fully deny. So. Match this year for challenge casting spoilers, yeah. Annual recap. Thank you, Mike. I was looking for this. Does this actually work? It's a cool link. Okay, I'm gonna do the viewer one first. 313. This is definitely my least watched Twitch year in 5 to 10 years. It's been a long time since I've watched this little Twitch. 216 distinct days visited. Okay. Top categories were Super Smash Bros. Melee, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Interesting. These are probably like Nuzlocke, so it's probably not actually Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Super Mario 64, Just Chatting, Valorant. Okay. Seems accurate to me. If America starts swimming, I'll be convinced. Peachal was my most watched. Love Pokemon challenges. Mango, Liam, Plup. Again, these numbers, I would love to see my last year's recap. I'm actually going to see if I could find it because I've never watched less Twitch than I have this year. Also, I got totally scammed. I went to get an oil change today and paid $150. And I was like cognizant that I was being scammed, and I did nothing to stop it. How would Peach Hal do in Big Brother? I don't think you would do well, to be honest. I can't find my Twitch recap from previous years. Does anyone know if there's a way to get there? That's crazy. Yeah, but they also fixed all these other things I didn't even know was wrong. So it's like, I'm sure they gave me a good deal. Same link for 2024. Gotcha. Okay. So 651 chats sent. Rookie numbers. Top emotes of the year. I've used... My top emotes of the year are things I've used twice. Shoutouts to Bowie Jane. She gets on my Apple Music Wrapped and my Twitch emote Wrapped. There it is, Mike. Thank you. So my Twitch Wrapped 2023, I watched 2.7K hours, which again, compared to... So I watched 313 versus 2.7K. I reached 1.6K viewers. It's good. Yeah. Loudest fans. Shout out to Lex. You still here? Who else is still here? Lola's still here sometimes. I remember this guy. It's just the very early streams. Let me get the quick viewer one. So this I was a big Hikaru fan, clearly. Sent some messages. I was a big Mango guy, 200 hours. Some Liam, some Clint Stevens. Which, this is impressive. This is literally all the 100 hours Clint streamed. We do still live together, Rena. We've been together for 14 months as of like a week ago, so it's pretty good. When do we stop counting months? I feel like we're already past that point, but I think it's cute. Okay, let's get to the part of the recap that's important, right? Let's get to the streamer recap, because I want to see how we did, because this was our first full committed year of streaming. I think we did a pretty good job. Let's see it. 400 hours streamed. I've streamed more than I watched Twitch. That's crazy. 400 hours. So that's about an hour a day. How crazy is that? That's basically me every day clocking in for 1 hour. It's pretty good. Honestly, like I'm happy with that. I streamed 198 times, so we could do some math. That's about 2 hours a stream. It's not bad. 171 distinct days streamed. Okay, so we'd start and stop a couple times. Total hours watched, almost 200K. Almost 200K, not bad. Top categories, our favorites. Just chatting, Roblox. Top streamer of the year. Top stream reached 2.5K viewers. What stream did I do that got 2.5K viewers? 2.5K? Was the Jared America, like the Humiliverse fight? But that was in the new year? Cooking definitely never got there. You watching the fight? Yeah, it's the only one I got that high, but I'm surprised that was in the new year. Dipping sauce, no shot. 722K chat sent. Okay, that's pretty crazy to think of. Wow. 3 America in the top 5. Wordy Hung got there. Wordy DJ. Humiliverse was last year. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, maybe they count it from like December 15th or something. But Wordy USA is the #1 used emote. Classic. Biggest fans of the year. All right, Killiam. You're still here. Lila, Indy, Kayla, K. Barrera. Who's in chat right now who made this list? Who of the 9 are here? Didn't make the cut? I guess so. Not on it? Nah, you're fake as hell, Jacksonia. No Katie? No, Katie's fake as hell. 70 raids received? It's kind of crazy. I don't remember that. Who raided you? Puya did 15 raids. That actually does add up. Let's go, Puya. Steel Cage with the 5 raids. Thanks, Steel. I appreciate it, man. That must have been how I reached 2.5K. It was a Steel Cage raid. I sent 71. Look at that. 70 received, 71 sent. I'm net positive. I'm giving raids out. I'm additive towards the Twitch community. Big. I rated Dwight 8 times, Scally 8 times, Brando 7 times. All right, this is a good podium. I'm happy with this podium. Not giving Puya any raids back. Puya always streams later than me. That's the problem. Puya does the late night shift. Is BB 21 plus or do they still do 18 plus? It's 21 plus. 21 plus. Thank you, Steel Cage, for the raid. Funny bit. I can't believe Steel went through the effort of going live, ending stream, and raiding me. Clips of the year, 338. 67 unique clippers. 6,400 new followers. Okay, minus that one day, it's about 2,000 new subs. But this is a pretty good number. I think we've reached a pretty sustainable number. Pretty happy about that. Hype Train's 193. Almost 20 million channel points. We became a partner. Let's go. I feel bad. Since I've become a partner, I've streamed less, but I'm back. I'm back. Law school's done. This next half year, I'm so much more like... I just don't have as much on my plate. I should be able to stream more, and I'm excited about it. And again, I'm looking forward to Big Brother season. It's a long time from now, but like, I feel like I've hit a groove with like how I want to cover Big Brother. Except for the challenge, yes, of course. Except for when I'm on my next 5 TV shows over the span of 6 months. Outside of those times, I'll be able to stream, hopefully. Hey, man. Based on this year, you were the clippable and rating Just Chatting Champion of the Year. Let's go. All right. Look at this. Look at this. How cute. I think we did a great job. Why are you streaming Popstar Guitar for the PS2? That's a good question. I think we did a good job. You get 2.6K viewers. Should I try to react to the Humiliverse argument again? Is that just my recipe to success? Check America's Twitch recap? I don't think so. You and RHAP are my only watched. I will say, like, I think I'm and this is a credit to you guys. I do appreciate you. I'm particularly proud of the amount of people who watch and the community we've created here. In the sense that I think I was a lot of people's gateway towards Twitch at all. I wasn't grinding TikTok for weeks, where all of you guys have TikTok anyways, and come across me. Election night got pretty high, but it was never 1,000. It was like 600 viewers, maybe 700. So I think it's very difficult bringing viewers over from other platforms to Twitch because Big Brother fans are not Twitch users for the most part. So like, I think it's pretty respectable, the amount of viewers, the amount of engagement we still have. And look, around Big Brother time, it'll ramp up. It always does. Well, it has once, but I would imagine that's how it's going to work out. Let's all forget election night. Let's forget about every part of election night except for the fact that I was right. Every other part we should forget about. I had only ever watched Taryn before you. It's so funny with Taryn because he just disappears after Big Brother season. I mean, he's still doing some, stuff on RHAP, obviously. But it is funny how, like, Taryn just, like, slowly walks back into the shadows. Top 3 were you, Anthony Fantano, and Quinn. I think Quinn and Anthony Fantano have a lot in common. He does some Survivor stuff. Yeah, no, he's still around. It's just, like, less tweeting and less everything. Ornaments time? Not yet. There's one thing I wanted to talk about. First of all, I went to Over the Edge. So let me give my quick review of everyone I've met. So, Joseph, legitimately my favorite person ever. I don't think anyone's ever had a negative thing to say about Joseph. Fucking love Joseph. Like, there's very few BB alum who I'd consider like a friend. Like, Joseph is the absolute homie. Leah, had a really good conversation with Leah. She was very sweet, came up to me in America. It was super nice to meet Leah. Didn't get to meet T-Core. If anyone has anything negative to say about T-Core, you could fight me. Polly was very funny. I talked to Polly and Cara. We had a good conversation. Cara Maria was probably the one person who I met who I was genuinely starstruck by. I started, like, rambling about, like, the Bloodlines final or something. I don't even remember. Vendettas or something. But yeah, it was very funny talking to them. Paulie was more chill than I thought. You'd think he'd be like life of the party, but he was pretty chill. Felicia, we talked to a lot. She's, Felicia, she's awesome. Kylan continues to be super sweet, and I'm like, damn, I wish I liked you more in the house, because if I watched you play now, I'd be a fan of yours. Brittany is hilarious. We met her mom, too. So funny. Didn't get to talk to Rupina too much, but she was very sweet. Didn't get to talk to Chelsea so much, but I'm Team Angela, so you know how that works. Portia, funny from Portia. Portia runs up to me in America and is like she's clearly done this 100 times. She's like, so my name's Portia. I was on season 13. I was the runner-up, and America was like, Portia, I'm not Team Angela. And America's like, Portia, I know you. Obviously, I know who you are. Cedric, my boy. Joseph, my boy. Quinn, my ultimate boy. I'll die for Quinn. There's no one in the Big Brother universe who you could put on 100 seasons and he'll never talk shit about anyone. So nice. Ketty was hilarious to talk to. Scotty, I don't know if Scotty talked to one person the entire event. I certainly was trying to avoid him, but I didn't get anything from Scotty. Did not talk to Matt a single time, I'll tell you that much. America said at one point, he like gave a smile and nod to her, and she looked away. That's the extent of the engagement with Matt. Had only one conversation with Cam, maybe two. He was awesome. I just basically told him how big of a fan I was. Didn't talk to Matt and MJ at all, beyond a hello and like a hug. Jag talked to way too much. Sick of him. Hanging out with him like 2 days ago in Florida. Like he was, so we were rooming with him and Jazz, so we were all doing everything together, and then he came down to Florida, so we hung out with him more there. Brendan and Rachel somehow have broken down the barrier of like, I actually feel like not friends, like I don't talk that much, but I feel like friends with Brendan or Rachel, which is crazy because obviously I idolize them to such a ridiculous degree. But they're just so nice to me in America consistently all the time. Tucker, I already talked about, was awesome. He was so nice. It was very cool of him to like come up to me and like, do everything. Alyssa was fun to talk to. Didn't talk that much. Azza is always great. Amira was awesome. I love Amira. Obviously, wasn't the hugest fan of 24. I wasn't really watching, to be honest, but you're on Twitter and stuff. But she was so nice. And we talked about fantasy football because right now we're both in the playoffs. I'm going against Nicole Lyog and she's going against Noah Grodner. So it's it's getting heated. She told me how much she cares about the fantasy league and how pissed off she's been because she's been first the whole time until me. Until I took that mantle. I'm the 1 seed. So yeah, it was very fun. I really enjoyed meeting Amira. Where's Tucker in the picture? Right here. This guy. You don't see him, but he's next to America. Low-key, Amira was the best player at BB24. No, the problem with BB24 is low-key the best player is... You don't want to say it. You know what I mean? Didn't you do auto-draft? I did do auto-draft because the draft kept changing times and I lost track of time. But the auto-draft just picks like the best person in each category, so it gives you a good team. And then I've been very active making moves and starting and dropping people. But yeah, my team is fucking amazing. Joe Burrow, James Conner, Josh Jacobs, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Nico Collins. I think it's Taylor. Yeah, I think Taylor is definitely on the short list. I think your answer has to be either Taylor or Kyle. I know there's Monty Truthers out there, but that's certainly not me. Michael, maybe. Plus, I have Sam Laporta, who I just picked up, No injuries help. Nico Collins was out for a while, but... so there's that. I just wanted to go through that quickly. Then the last thing I wanted to talk about was, because this shit pissed me off. So let's go through these lists quickly, okay? So there's this. We're ranking BB25 and 26 players. It says Surrey Fields is number 1 over Chelsea, which I think is crazy. I think you have to put Chelsea 1. I think Surrey 2, I think is fair. Matt at 3, I think is fine. Brooklyn at 4, I'm like, oh, this is a Cory Wertenberger Twitch viewer. That's a Cory Twitch viewer if I've ever seen one. You got Brooklyn at 4 from the past 2 seasons. Honestly, respect. I think this is insane, though. Me at 5. Look, I'd put myself at 4, and that is so much less of a testament to me and more of a testament to, like, I don't think the past 2 seasons were, like, 2 of the stronger casts. It's not like I made my cast much stronger. Like, I was okay. But I think these 3 I'd put above me, and then I'd put myself. Jag, I think, should be higher than T-Core. I think Cam should be higher than some of these people. I think Cam should be higher than T-Core and Chemo. But, America here at 12 definitely feels pretty good to me. I don't hate this. I don't think this list is terrible. I think there's some, Riley being at 20 or at 19 is insane. I love Riley to death. That's insane. I think Riley is lower. Jared being this high is pretty crazy, but there's not that many good players. Bowie, there's mad hate on Bowie. Bowie does not deserve to be number 24. I think Bowie's top half of this list. Easy. Easy top half. Bowie's better than Felicia. You can't convince me Bowie's worse than Chemo. Bowie versus T-Core, I think that's a conversation. Jag pre-jury is funny. Anyways, I thought this was a funny list. And then there was one post that pissed me off. I've been looking back at live feed updates from BB25 the week Mikol was evicted. And it's still so first of all, why are you looking back at them? I do too, but I have a reason to. It's so jarring how Cory were convinced by Matt and Jag to flip on Mimi towards absolutely nothing of their benefit. They had the votes to keep her. Blue and Sri both wanted to keep Mimi over Felicia. Felicia was actively going against Cory, especially for... Okay. And it's this whole thing. First of all, Matt and Jag didn't convince me of anything. I came to that dumbass conclusion all by myself. Okay? That's number one. Number two, as every commenter mentioned, Mimi didn't want to work with me. I was trying really hard. Mimi didn't want to. I was really trying. I tried really hard. America tried too. And then the other thing that I think a lot of people forget, context-wise, about why Mimi had to go. Mimi was so close to Blue out of fucking nowhere. Did that come through on the feeds of are Mimi and Blue a thing now? I mean, she did pick me to play in the past 2 knockout HOH comps. She's super close to Blue. There's no doubt who Blue wants to get rid of first between me and America and Matt and Jag. There's no question about who Suri would rather get rid of, Obviously, she'd want to get rid of Jag, but she's not getting rid of Matt. The fact that Blue was so desperate to keep Mimi was a big red flag to me. Look, all I'm going to say is, I think me getting rid of me getting rid of Mimi was the wrong move. I think it was the wrong move. I think it was my biggest tangible mistake just because it was it would have bought me another week, and I think that was predictable. The fact that Matt and Jag would just win comps and then have to get rid of Mimi before me. Would Jag have even gotten rid of Mimi before me? I think so, but I'm not certain about that. Maybe they would view Blue and Mimi as a big enough threat as a duo, or Mimi was just so much better at comps. But I do think it was a mistake. I just think it's a mistake that wasn't my fault. like it was, because I made the decision, but if Mimi just gave me anything, she would have been fine. It was a better move for America than you. I still don't think so. Because, America needs me in that game to get to the end. She has to cut me for sure, but just comps-wise, it's not like I'm much better than America, but she needs someone with a chance alongside her in these comps. Because she still needs to get rid of Matt and Jag. And theoretically Blue, who's still there. You know what I mean? So, if we get rid of Mimi at the Final 8, and then I'm still there to play in Final 7, she needs to get rid of me at some point, but I think she needed me to win at least 1 or 2 comps. Maybe you could have used Blue plus Mimi to pull Jag and Bowie back from Matt. That is fan fiction. Will, whatever you're smoking, can you send it my way? Mimi would have been willing to work with America if you were gone more than Suri and Felicia were. I don't know what you mean by gone. Blue and Mimi to pull Jag and Bowie back from Matt. That's crazy. I think our season actually had people who watched the show way more than people on BB26. We had a pretty, compared to most recent seasons, I think our season was pretty fan heavy. Because even some of the recruits were fans who did their homework. You know what I mean? Jag, I think, was technically a recruit, maybe not. I don't know. But Jag was familiar with the show and watched a lot, right? There was only like 2 or 3 people who really had no idea, like Luke and Kirsten, and yeah, I don't think Blue watched very much. Like, are you friends with Mimi, Suri, or Felicia now? I haven't talked to Suri ever, basically, like, you know, once or twice since the show, but she's cool. Felicia, we talked to at all these events. I love Felicia. Haven't really talked to Mimi, but I like Mimi a lot. I think Mimi gets way more shit than she deserves. Like if y'all hop on Twitter and like it's time, like today's the day I should shit talk Mimi. I'm like, get a life, man. Like, what are we doing? Maybe just crazy enough to work. Yeah. Anyway, I saw this thread and it just reinvigorated my BB25 mode. It's like, she went a little viral on Blue Sky. Let's go. It's big for her. It's big for the Big Brother community at large. Sorry, that was a Chelsea clip. Okay, so I made this post. This is a quote tweet. There basically was saying, it was talking about like me saying the AI arena was going to be an ass twist. And then they're like, Cory is not a credible source on Big Brother. And I wanted to talk about it. So I think this is something that is actually underrated. I think this is actually an underrated part of what happened on BB26 and why people loved it so much. I think a lot of people misattribute blindsides with the AI arena. I think these two things had virtually nothing to do with each other. Now, I think generally speaking, it would happen on a lot of seasons that there'd be more blindsides as a result of the arena. Like, it just makes sense because you want to, you know, keep everyone, you want to be honest, or you want to lie to everybody in case they win the AI arena. So, like, you don't want to say, Tucker, I'm voting you out, man, because you know he could win the AI arena and come back. So it makes sense to blindside, right? So that makes sense, right? Like, I do understand that connection, but I think the reason why there were so many blindsides on BB26 was very different. And I literally think it was a result of the way they cast the season. I feel like we've mentioned this from time to time, but when we're in Sequester, when we're in the game, we're told, like, in our packets and everything, that we're not allowed to disclose our votes. We're not allowed to disclose our nominees when we're HOH, right? Which I'm reading this, and I remember bringing it up on, like, a Zoom call. They asked, like, individually if we had any questions about the research. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, I've watched the show for 20 years. Is this a new thing? Like, no, it's here every year. So I was like, okay, we're not allowed to do these things, but whatever. Around the Mimi vote, they pull us into the DR again. They're like, you can't say anything. You can't confirm your vote. And I'm like, okay, this is weird, but okay, sure. So that was why we had a lot of weird conversations with Mimi. But generally, our cast were big fans of the show. At least the people running the house were very familiar with these kinds of shows. Suri, Izzy, myself, like, running the house. But you know what I mean. So the culture was like, okay, we play normal Big Brother. However, during Big Brother 26, I literally don't think there were enough people familiar with the show, let alone fans of the show, that when they heard these things in their packet and in the DR, it was gospel. Like, it's like, oh, this is a rule I can't break or I'm going to be penalized. So, blindsides were, like, inevitable. So I think the trade-off there is like, okay, do you want a cast that is so unfamiliar with the show that production can kind of manipulate them to, not like rig it, obviously, but like get them to act in a more fun way for TV, blindsiding people? Or do you want a cast who is big fans who, generally good players make seasons boring? You know what I mean? So that's the trade-off. For me, I like the game, so I like a ton of people who are fans who, you know, are trying to play optimally, but I think a lot of why we had so many blindsides in 26 was because of how few of the people were actual fans of Big Brother beforehand. Anyways, thank you, Manda, for the tier 1. What was the drama? Isn't the show over? It definitely is over, but you know, Angela was going off on Chelsea. I wonder why they cared the Mimi week. I don't know. I think the problem is, like, I don't think Big Brother 25, like, I don't think production thought they had a good season on their hands in the first half because they weren't editing a very good show. Like, I think they were like, this is a mid-season. Meanwhile, the live feeder's like, this is the best season of Big Brother we've had in years. So even when like the season got worse as the season went on, it kind of stayed the same as a TV product. The only time the TV product became unwatchable was at the final like 5, where it's like, okay, what are we fucking doing here? So maybe at the Mimi week, they're like, we got to put our foots down. You know, we got to make this show good. Even though up to that point, it was pretty good. Exactly, hey bub. But that's every season at Final 5. Well, I think what's funny, Matt, is like, when you're trying to determine what are the best seasons of Big Brother, every single time it's seasons with insanely good endgames because it's so rare. Like the Elite seasons, Big Brother 7 endgame is insane. It's really, really fun. Final 6, the Danielle boot's crazy. The Final 5 double is very fun, seeing Will manipulate Janelle there. Will getting booed at 4, like, super fun. Big Brother 10 goes without saying. The Keisha boot's wild. Rennie getting booted there is fun. Memphis, Dan, and Jerry's a really fun Final 3. BB 14, of course, you get the Dan and Shane, and then you get Dan, you know, getting Ian to throw the thing. Like, BB Can 10, yeah, exactly. Like, it's super rare to get a good endgame that whenever we do, it's like, holy fuck. But I think BB 25, the problem was it was just such a long season that there was way too many episodes that were bad. Like, even this year, like, the Final 5 was pretty good. Like, it wasn't that bad. I think what they need to do is just find a way to speed up the Final 5 on, Final 6 on. Do the double eviction to get us to 5, and then, like, once we're at the Final 5, the show should be over in a week. I think we should have 7, I think from the Final 5 on, 7 days from then, the season should be over. Yeah, so BB Can 10, we're going to start watching tomorrow. It'll be uploaded tomorrow, then we'll go back to uploading on Fridays for the rewatch. But we're going to try to have the episodes on screen. We'll see if that immediately gets taken down behind an unlisted link. But we're going to try doing it with BB Can because, you know, we have the links. Because I think that'll just make the viewing experience so much better. If not, we'll do it how we've been doing it with, like, the audio, at least. No Steph podcast. I shit you not, there was no time to do anything in Florida. The law school stuff was kicking my ass, and we were supposed to be, like, socializing and doing things. Like, I had 4 law school interviews in Florida. 4 of them. Like, back to back to back. It was so bad. So bad. But, anyways. All right. That'll do it, though. I think this was a good stream, a nice little back to business. We're not going to do the ornaments. I'm sorry. I think we're good. When you start hearing, if you get back from school, it's not for a while, so we're kind of chilling. We're at that stage where, like, I'm done, and I'm not nervous because they're so far out, but I'm chilling. Interviews for Florida. No, just interviews in general, like online interviews. Cedric is live. Amazing. Let's raid him. Someone have his Twitch? What is it? Officially said? All right. All right, y'all. Send Cedric some love. I appreciate you guys. And, yeah, also, we got to address the drama with Cedric. I went to his live and said, "Good night, bud." Big drama. All right. Appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.